There's a silent pain that millions of people endure every single day, one that most are too embarrassed to talk about. The burning, the itching, the swelling, the quiet dread that comes every time you feel the urge to go to the bathroom. Hemorrhoids. It's a word that makes most people cringe, not just because of the discomfort, but because of the silence surrounding it. Many live with this problem for years, hiding it, pretending it doesn't exist, while the pain keeps stealing small pieces of their quality of life. But what if the solution isn't hidden in some expensive medication or a painful surgery? What if the answer is much simpler, and right there on your plate? The truth is, your body is a self-healing machine. Every cell in you is designed to repair, to recover, and to renew, if you give it the right materials. And that's exactly what most people forget. We eat foods that clog, inflame, and exhaust the very system that's meant to protect us. And over time, that imbalance shows up as hemorrhoids, swollen veins crying for relief. Think of your body like a river system. When the flow is smooth, everything stays clean and balanced. But when the current slows down, waste begins to pile up, pressure builds, and sooner or later something bursts. That's exactly what happens inside your digestive system when your diet lacks fiber and hydration. Every time you strain in the bathroom, every time you force your body to do what it should do naturally, those delicate veins are being pushed beyond their limit. At first, it's just irritation. Then comes the swelling, the inflammation, the pain. And by the time you realize how bad it's gotten, even sitting down can feel like punishment. Now here's what no one tells you. Hemorrhoids are not the real problem, they're a symptom. A red flag that your digestive system is out of balance, and that your diet is either helping you heal or silently keeping you sick. And that's where the power of the right foods comes in. When you feed your body with nutrients that reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and restore intestinal flow, the healing begins naturally. No pills, no creams, no shame, just simple, consistent nourishment. Let's start with fiber, the unsung hero of gut health. In a world addicted to refined foods, fiber has all but disappeared from the modern diet. White bread, pasta, fried snacks, fast food, they may fill your stomach, but they starve your intestines. Without fiber, waste hardens and moves slowly. That's when straining begins and pressure inside your veins skyrockets. But when you add enough fiber, everything changes. Your stool becomes soft, movements become regular, and blood flow returns to normal. It's like giving your body permission to relax again. Fruits like papaya, pears, apples, and berries are fantastic sources of soluble fiber, the kind that absorbs water and forms a gentle gear inside your gut, easing passage and soothing irritation. Meanwhile, insoluble fiber, found in whole grains, brown rice, oats, and vegetables, acts like a natural broom, sweeping away toxins and improving the rhythm of digestion. The two types work best together, balancing speed and softness, creating harmony inside your intestines. And this harmony isn't just about comfort, it's about healing. When the intestines are clean, inflammation decreases throughout the body, and when inflammation decreases, hemorrhoids shrink, naturally and safely. But fiber alone isn't enough. You also need the building blocks that strengthen those fragile blood vessels. That's where collagen comes in. Collagen is the protein that gives structure to your veins, keeping them elastic and resilient. Over time, poor nutrition and stress deplete it, leaving the tissue weak and prone to swelling. Foods like eggs, chicken, fish, and bone broth are excellent natural sources. Add a dose of vitamin C, from oranges, kiwi, or acerola, and your body will start producing collagen like it did years ago. Stronger veins mean less inflammation and less pain. You see, healing isn't about quick fixes, it's about restoring balance. Every bite, every choice matters. And in the next part, we'll go even deeper, exploring the specific foods and daily habits that can make your pain disappear in days, not months. Because once you understand what your body truly needs, recovery stops being a mystery and becomes a process you can control. Now that you understand the real role of fiber and collagen, let's talk about the foods that work like medicine. Not the kind that masks symptoms, but the kind that rebuilds the body from within. The first category is fresh fruits, nature's most elegant way of restoring balance. Papaya, apples, pears, and avocados are not just fiber-rich, they carry enzymes and antioxidants that calm inflammation and soften digestion. Papaya, for instance, contains papain, a natural enzyme that breaks down undigested proteins and prevents the buildup of waste that irritates the colon. Apples, on the other hand, are full of pectin, a type of soluble fiber that absorbs toxins and cholesterol, keeping your intestines clean and your blood vessels supple. But healing hemorrhoids is about more than keeping things moving. It's about soothing what's already inflamed. That's where green vegetables come in. Spinach, kale, arugula, and watercress are packed with magnesium and chlorophyll, two nutrients that have a direct effect on blood flow. Magnesium relaxes muscles and veins, improving circulation in areas that are often congested. Chlorophyll purifies the blood and helps oxygen reach inflamed tissues. Together, they act as internal cleansers, reducing the strain that keeps your hemorrhoids swollen. You'll also want to include foods rich in natural anti-inflammatories. Garlic, ginger, turmeric, and olive oil are powerful allies. Turmeric especially contains curcumin, a compound that inhibits inflammatory molecules in your bloodstream. A single teaspoon a day, paired with a bit of black pepper for better absorption, can drastically reduce pain and swelling. Another crucial step is hydration. Without water, even the best diet won't work. Fiber without fluid is like trying to wash dishes without water. Everything just sticks. Drink at least 8 glasses of water a day, preferably room temperature. Herbal teas like chamomile, fennel, or horsetail can also soothe your digestive tract and reduce irritation. Now let's talk about good fats, the ones that heal, not harm. Healthy fats lubricate the intestines, improve stool consistency, and calm inflammation in blood vessels. Avocado, flaxseed, chia seeds, and olive oil provide omega-3 fatty acids that nourish the walls of your veins and prevent them from cracking under pressure. Think of them as natural moisturizers for your circulatory system. Then there are the flavonoid-rich foods, nature's vascular protectors. You'll find them in red grapes, berries, citrus fruits, and even onions. These colorful compounds strengthen capillaries, reduce leakage, and improve overall elasticity of the veins. In many European countries, flavonoids are used in prescription-grade supplements to treat chronic venous problems, including hemorrhoids. But you don't need a prescription, just consistency. Add a handful of berries to your breakfast or grapes as an afternoon snack, and your body will do the rest. And let's not forget fermented foods, one of the most underrated healing tools. Yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut feed your gut microbiome, the community of bacteria responsible for digestion and immunity. When these bacteria thrive, inflammation drops and the intestines regain their rhythm. A healthy microbiome means less bloating, less irritation, and more efficient elimination, all of which directly reduce hemorrhoid flare-ups. But just as important as adding the right foods is removing the wrong ones. Processed sugars, white flour, alcohol, and fried foods act like gasoline on a fire. They feed inflammation, constrict blood vessels, and disrupt the microbiome. When you stop feeding your body junk, you give it a chance to breathe, literally. The good news is that the body responds fast. In as little as 3 to 5 days of consistent changes, you may feel lighter, less swollen, and more comfortable. What once felt impossible starts to feel normal again. And that's when motivation kicks in, because you can finally feel your body working for you, not against you. In the next part, we'll go step by step through a daily eating routine, showing how to structure your meals so every bite contributes to recovery. You'll see how timing, combinations, and small rituals can turn simple food into real therapy for your body. Now that you know which foods heal, let's turn knowledge into action. Healing your hemorrhoids isn't about drastic diets or cutting out everything you love. It's about consistency. Your body doesn't need perfection, it needs repetition. What you do every day matters far more than what you do once in a while. So let's build your day the right way. Morning is when your digestive system wakes up. Instead of jumping straight to coffee, which can dehydrate and irritate your intestines, start with a large glass of warm water and a few drops of lemon. This rehydrates your body, stimulates the liver, and gently prepares your intestines for movement. Within minutes, your system begins to wake up naturally. Breakfast should be light but rich in fiber and hydration. Think oatmeal with chia seeds and berries, or whole grain toast with avocado and a slice of papaya on the side. These foods not only soothe your stomach, but also set the tone for the rest of the day. Calm, clean, and steady. Avoid rushing. Eating while stressed tightens the digestive muscles, slowing down transit and increasing internal pressure. Mid-morning, keep things moving with fruit, an apple, a pear, or a handful of grapes. Natural sugar gives you energy without spiking inflammation. If you tend to snack on processed foods at this time, try replacing them gradually. You'll notice your cravings fading as your gut flora stabilizes. Lunch is where most people make mistakes. Heavy, oily, fried dishes may satisfy hunger quickly, but they burden the intestines for hours. Instead, aim for balance. Half your plate should be vegetables, a quarter lean protein, and a quarter whole grains. For example, grilled chicken or fish, brown rice, and a colorful salad dressed with olive oil and lemon. Add a sprinkle of flaxseed for omega-3 and extra fiber. After lunch, resist the urge to sit or lie down immediately. Take a short walk. Even 5 minutes is enough. Movement helps blood flow and reduces the pressure on those delicate rectal veins. Afternoon is a great time for hydration. Herbal teas like chamomile or mint can relax the digestive tract and ease bloating. Keep a bottle of water nearby and take small sips often. Dehydration is one of the quickest ways to trigger constipation, so stay ahead of it. If you get hungry before dinner, go for a yogurt with probiotics or a smoothie with banana, spinach, and a scoop of collagen powder. This combination feeds your gut bacteria while delivering the amino acids needed to rebuild vessel walls. Then comes dinner, which should always be lighter than lunch. Think of it as an act of care, not deprivation. Soups, vegetable stews, or grilled vegetables with quinoa are perfect options. They digest easily and let your body rest and repair overnight instead of struggling with heavy food. Now, perhaps the most underestimated step: how you sit and how you go to the bathroom. This might sound simple, but the way you position yourself can make or break your recovery. The modern toilet was designed for comfort, not for health. Sitting at a 90-degree angle bends the rectum and makes elimination harder. That's why you end up pushing. And that pushing is the exact pressure that causes hemorrhoids to swell. The fix is easy. Place a small stool or box under your feet when you sit. This creates a natural squat position, straightening your intestines and allowing gravity to do most of the work. No strain, no pressure, no pain. Combine that with a relaxed breathing pattern, slow, deep inhales through your nose and gentle exhales through your mouth, and you'll transform a painful routine into a healing ritual. It might sound too simple, but thousands of people have reversed chronic hemorrhoids just by changing this single habit. Because in truth, the body doesn't need force, it needs flow. In the final part, we'll tie everything together: how to maintain results, prevent flare-ups, and rebuild confidence in your body. You'll see how small acts of care, practiced daily, create permanent change. Healing your body is not about punishment. It's not about following strict rules or living in fear of what might trigger pain. It's about understanding the language your body speaks and learning to listen before it starts to scream. Most people spend years fighting symptoms, never realizing that their body has been trying to send a message all along. Every flare-up, every moment of discomfort, every sleepless night spent shifting to find relief, all of it is your body's way of saying, something inside needs care. The good news: you already have what it takes to change that. Nature gives us everything we need: nutrients that restore, plants that heal, and rhythms that bring balance back to the system. The problem is, the modern lifestyle pushes us in the opposite direction: fast food, fast schedules, and no time to slow down and reconnect. But as you've learned throughout this video, healing hemorrhoids naturally isn't complicated. It's about returning to what's simple. When you eat whole foods rich in fiber, your intestines begin to move naturally. When you hydrate, inflammation subsides. When you sit correctly, you reduce the strain that started the problem in the first place. And when you nourish your body with collagen and good fats, you're literally rebuilding the structure that holds you together. Each of these small steps might seem insignificant on their own, but together they form a powerful system of recovery, one that works quietly, consistently, and compassionately. Because your body is not your enemy. It's your greatest ally. It wants to heal. It's always trying to heal. All you need to do is stop standing in its way. And maybe for the first time in years, you'll notice that something has changed. You'll go to the bathroom without fear. You'll sit down comfortably. You'll feel light, clean, and in control again. And that moment, that feeling, will remind you that your body never stopped working for you. You just had to give it the tools. It's okay if you've been living with this in silence. You're not weak and you're not alone. Millions of adults suffer quietly because no one ever explained that hemorrhoids are not just a bathroom problem. They're a sign of imbalance, one that you have the power to fix. So from this day on, make a promise to yourself. Eat with intention, move with awareness, rest with compassion. Your healing doesn't begin with a pill, it begins with a choice. If this video helped you see your health in a new light, share it with someone who might be suffering silently too. Sometimes, all it takes is a small piece of truth to break years of shame and discomfort. And remember, the journey to healing isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing the right things consistently. You've learned how to eat, how to move, and how to live in a way that supports your body instead of fighting it. Now it's time to put it into practice. Because you deserve a life free from pain, and your body is ready to give you that life starting today. Take care of yourself, trust the process, and never forget, the simplest acts of care often create the most profound healing.